Birds Fly Talk families, brothers, sisters, mothers, cousins. Everybody, half sisters, all of that. Everybody who reps the Midnight Green, what is going on?
Sir.
Thank you for tuning in. It is your host, Kevin Taylor and
Julian.
Welcome back to the studio, man. It's good to have you back.
It's been a minute, man.
It has been a minute, but you back and the chemistry is picking up where it left off.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Didn't miss a beat.
Exactly.
A step.
None of that. None of that
Yeah.
at all.
No.
So welcome, everybody. This is just a little vid here to pretty much address number 5. The greatest quarterback in Eagles history. Oh, hold on. Before we do anything, please like, share, subscribe these videos. You know, It really helps us out, helps us know what's going on. But anyway, we continue. Number 5. Yeah, Donovan McNabb found himself in headlines again today for his comments on First Take.
With Stephen A. and Max.
Yes, exactly. When prefaced with a question asking about Nelson Aguilar and Carson Wentz's touchdown and their overall performance against the Redskins in Week 1, Donovan McNabb had some choice words to say about those two players. Yeah. So let's check out the comments.
But Donovan, before I'll give you the last word on this because I need an explanation. How is it that you want us to give Nelson Aguilar? How is it that you want us to give him love, right? But you don't particularly care about the love for Wentz, and you don't particularly care about the love for the Eagles, like Max is trying to give them. Can you explain that?
Yes, let me break it down.
Feel free.
I do have love for Carson Wentz. So for all of you out there who think I'm hating on Carson Wentz, pump your brakes a little bit. But did we not see this last year, the first 4 games when they came out 4-0, and everyone jumped on the Pennsylvania bandwagon, and everyone was right until that Detroit game, and then things went wrong? Let's just relax. Okay. Let's not let that happen again. I think they're a much better team. They have some veterans who have been very effective. Right. But I need to see them get more involved in the offense.
May I interpret what you're saying for you to the audience? May I try to interpret? So, what Donovan McNabb is saying is, look, damn it, y'all sat up there and made me wait years before y'all gave me some love. I'll be damned if you gonna just give him some love his second year in the league. Let's pump the brakes and let him earn it. Is that correct?
No, it's not. But I love where you went.
So listen, now I've been hearing everybody talking about this all day today, and I just want to make sure that we look at this from a standpoint of let's get all of it, right?
Yes, all of it.
So there's like 3 parts to it. There's Nelson Aguilar, which Stephen A. asked him about. That's 1. There's Carson Wentz, 2, and there's the entire Philadelphia Eagles fan base. That's you, me, the organization, the players, everybody. All of that Midnight Green, everybody. Yeah. That's all in there. So don't just cut out Carson Wentz because it's deeper than that.
It gets deep, okay?
It's deep.
It gets deep.
Stick with me, right? So when he asked him, so Stephen A. came back and he said, you know, Donovan McNabb said, pump the brakes. You know, remember 3 games ago. You know, he immediately goes to the negative times.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Exactly. And on top of that, Donovan McNabb said, and this is important too, because I read into stuff like this, and I was just thinking about it, and Donovan McNabb said, remember those first 4 games, and they came out 4-0? First of all, we were 3-0. If you watched the games and you really died hard for the Eagles,
you would know.
You would have known. It's only 1 game, but you will not ask one Eagles fan who's a diehard Eagles fan if it was 3 or 4 games, and they would know. It was... You know, week 4 was a bye week. We came back off the bye.
Off the bye week, played the
Lions.
Yes.
The Lions. Okay, so and that's small. It's like small details like that.
It is, but that's just the type of that was just a shady, like condescending comment.
Exactly, like you don't even know what actually occurred. We weren't 4-0. It was 3 games.
This guy.
It was 3 games.
Listen, man.
Okay, and on second, on top of that, okay, so it's not just Carson Wentz he threw shade at, right? He didn't even address not giving love to what the Eagles organization is doing.
Exactly. Not at all.
You know, he called, excuse me, and I can't remember the exact names, but I'll just say this. He called the additions of Alshon Jeffrey and Torrey Smith, he compared it to like mid-level, like lower level, you know, pretty much doing nothing wide receivers. Like as if it was nothing. Little bit of jealousy there coming across to me.
Of course.
Like,
of course, why not? Why?
That's not good enough.
He's just gonna downplay and
everything.
Gives us the least amount of credit that he possibly.
Now this is all gonna it's all gonna come full circle here. Now
it's
lock
coming.
in.
Listen up.
It's coming full circle. And so then when asked about Carson Wentz, he said pump the brakes, right? He did not address the Philadelphia Eagles. My whole thing, Stephen A. said, they didn't give you no love, so why should they get love? Is Donovan McNabb salty?
Yes. 100%. You can just hear in the way he was talking, it goes from the fact that he said we started off 4-0, being condescending. I mean, he didn't even care enough to be accurate. The fact that we booed him at the draft, that happened. There was a lot of things that happened throughout his career. People cussing at him, people calling him names.
Absolutely,
all of that.
He's dealt with a lot,
a whole lot, and I understand. We get it. We were part of it, Donovan. We
exactly.
know.
Like yo. Here's the thing, though. You have to obviously, he's holding on to it. Donovan McNabb dealt with a lot in his career. We can't say that you didn't. Everything that you had to deal with was wrong, right? But on top of that, at some point you have to let it go, right? And you have to understand that where you're playing at, we won a Super Bowl. We don't have any. We only have 2 world championships because they decided to change the name, So for us, while we will, exalt you and, recognize you as the greatest Eagles player in, franchise history, at the end of the day, you have to recognize that we associate that position with greatness. We associate that with Super Bowl wins.
Exactly. And we're not going to sit here and parade off of 3 straight NFC championships.
No.
What?
9 playoff wins? It just is not. I trade all of that for 1 Super Bowl.
For one.
One. And that's not to denote Donovan McNabb, because he was great.
Not at all.
Honestly, one of the greatest quarterbacks I've ever seen in my life. In terms of what he could do, his intangibles, just how elusive he was in his prime. When Donovan was born, heck of a arm.
He was unstoppable.
You
couldn't stop him.
He was excellent.
Yeah.
He was definitely excellent. Best quarterback I've ever seen to date in Midnight Green.
Yep.
With that being said, at what cost though? Why are you so passive aggressive? And it honestly just goes back to the way Donovan views himself and the way we as Philadelphia Eagle fans connect with him.
Yes.
It's like Donovan McNabb, he wants to be exalted. He shows up to be inducted into the, Ring of Honor, the Eagles Hall of Fame, and he speaks of himself in third person. In third person.
For what?
It's it's funny when Joe DeCamera does it, and calls himself the Hammer.
Yeah.
But Donovan McNabb is number 5 will always love you, and it's oh yay! And then you kind of think about it, yo, he just called himself number 5. He did not say I will always love you guys.
He didn't even say Donovan McNabb.
He said number 5.
It wasn't deeper. It was just an Eagles jersey. Only Donovan McNabb in an Eagles jersey.
I'm 5. I'm 5. When he thinks about. He just couldn't say, Peyton Manning, when I think about his address to, the Broncos when, he left. He's I fought the good fight. I did it, I always care about you guys. All those things, you're always in my heart, blah, blah, blah. Donovan McNabb said, number 5 will always love you. And it's okay.
It's come on, son. And if you can kind of, the way we treat Allen Iverson is different than the way we treat Donovan McNabb.
Right.
Now, you can compare the two. You can say they were the greatest to do whatever they did at their
position.
Neither one got a championship.
One of them, but
why do we treat AI the way we treat AI?
He's here.
He's always here. He's everywhere. Here. We give this man the most respect we possibly can.
Exactly.
He doesn't talk bad about Philly. He always has our back.
Exactly.
Donovan McNabb, on the other hand, he tries to take us down any way he can, whenever he can. It's
that's exactly what, when you look at the comments, so that addresses, the Eagles. That addresses why he looks at Wentz let's break this down. We were sitting at 2. We sucked when you came, okay? Yep. First of all, we were terrible. Yep. Everybody wanted a playmaker. Ricky Williams was sitting right there, okay? Someone traded their entire, whatever his name is, Bears old coach and Saints. You guys know who I'm talking about. Yeah. Traded his entire draft for Ricky Williams.
He's trying to be on his Chip Kelly.
The entire draft to get him. When we went up for Wentz, we knew we were getting Wentz. We were not in the position to get a quarterback. It was who's going to fall to us. Will Zeke fall to 8? Is it Vernon Hargraves? Is it
there was a lot of different options at the time.
Exactly, and then we jumped up, and we knew. We knew there was no question. It was not are they going to take a wide receiver? No, it was chocolate or vanilla.
I
like chocolate or vanilla.
Or Wentz.
Exactly.
And we knew who we wanted.
We were getting Wentz. And I don't know if Wentz was chocolate or vanilla. But
I don't know either. I think he might. I like vanilla.
Same
so
here.
I'm going to say
but he's not vanilla. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he's like a swirl.
He's like, he got the sleeve on and everything. But anyway,
no,
he wasn't booed because it was a different situation. If I guarantee you, 20 years from now, if the Eagles are still, in Philadelphia, and it's the same fans, and we go and pick a quarterback that we don't agree with,
that nobody was like,
and we wanted another player, you will hear it at the draft.
It don't matter.
We were at the draft this year. Derek Barnett got booed.
The hell out of him.
I
booed. I left. We left. Yo,
we can't
even. I can't even tell you how fast we got out of there. Now, as soon as we drafted him, we turned our backs and left.
Now, granted, that was kind of on us because we were out there for probably about like 24 hours.
A long time.
We wanted a playmaker. Yeah. We did not foresee the next moves coming.
No.
And we knew we needed, a running back, all those things.
We wanted immediate change.
But the thing is, it's not about you as much as it is us, right? And we show our disdain in very many ways. But anyway, and then for Carson, it's like he's obviously jealous. And then for Aguilar, it's like
for him to praise Aguilar. And Aguilar, we'll say this. Aguilar changed. He got a swagger. You
saw that in the last video.
He played very well.
Remember who this?
Yeah.
Hey.
He's playing very well. But for Donovan to come out and be like, well, he's basically saying he relates to Aguilar because we gave him so much scrutiny over the years.
Exactly. Like you are relating to Aguilar because he got bullied just like you. It's like, okay, we understand, man. Like, we get it.
He's just rooting
but it's just like, say what you need to say. Don't be passive-aggressive. Don't be condescending. If you feel some type of way, say it one time, get it off your chest, say it with your chest.
Say it.
But, situations where you walk up and you speak about yourself in third person, we're not receiving you that way because we never connected with you that way.
No connection.
There was no connection with you because there was a barrier, a block because because of you, the way you dealt with things, and because of the way we treated you.
Because he didn't fully, you can tell he just didn't fully love Philly fans. Like,
and would you though, if a fan base treated you like that? Probably not.
Probably not. But
we are tough fans to love.
We just want the best.
Exactly, and we love crazy. And so like when people step up and talk about themselves in third person, like that's just it's not the actual talking in third person like that goes. I mean, like, if someone seriously, like, I step behind the mic and say, oh, KT's back on the mic, and when I step in the mic in the studio, I'm going to lay it down. Like, that's funny. But imagine if I speak about myself in a very serious third person, like, Kevin would just like to thank you all for subscribing to Birds Fly.
And you're just sitting there like, wait, is he talking? Is there a different Kevin?
Like, it's a disconnect because we're so...
Exactly.
The fans here are real.
It's genuine.
It's genuine. And we just can't... Like, I can't kiss my own ass. I just physically can't. So what makes you think I'm going to kiss yours? Especially when you didn't achieve it. And honestly, like, it just kind of, you know what?
I'm getting emotional.
Dog, part 2's coming up right now because we need to talk about why Philly fans love so hard. Donovan, it's not about you, man.
It's not.
You were excellent. You really were. But just let it go because we've moved on. Understand that we're going to accept you as the quarterback that you were, the greatest in our franchise history. But guess what? There's still no Super Bowl, so we're still looking.
No rings.
It's not about you, dog.
It's not.
Part 2 coming up right now. Click over. Why Philly fans love so hard. We're going to connect it to Donovan McNabb, everything. We're going to explain some things, break it down. It's Kevin Taylor.
Julian.
And part 2's coming up next. Birds Fly Talk. Like, share, subscribe, all that. Peace.